Awesome. All right. So can you see my um, screen clearly?
Yes, perfect. We can.
All right. All right. So as I was saying, currency is a form of money. Now we all know our regular funds, naira, the dollar, the euro, the yen, the pounds. Those are called fiat currencies, FIAT. What does this mean? This is money that you can touch and hold with your hands, and you can use to exchange for some service from the society. You use that to pay for a service or for a product. That is why it's fiat, because it can be held, it is physical. Now, but cryptocurrency is a digital currency. And by digital, I mean that it cannot be held with your hands. It cannot be given to someone from hand to hand. It has to be passed through a medium over the internet. That is why it is digital currency. Now, in this case, um, any cryptocurrency that is being transacted or being sent to somebody undergoes a certain process, and it has a place where all the recordings or all the transactions are being recorded, and it is being recorded on something called the blockchain. Now, what is the blockchain? Blockchain is an open ledger. An open ledger in the sense that it is where every transaction that has ever happened in in terms of cryptocurrency gets recorded. What do I mean? I could actually go to the blockchain now and check on a transaction that happened sometime 2014. At this time, I would see the amount of money that was sent. I would see the wallet that sent that money. I would see the wallet that received that money at that time. But I cannot tell who sent that money at that time. I cannot tell who received the money because cryptocurrency and the blockchain is transparent, but it is anonymous. I'll explain further. Now, it is transparent because anybody can look up that transaction, and it is clear as day that this transaction actually happened within any space of time from when cryptocurrency was invented. It is also anonymous because you can't tell who sent the money and who received the money. The only people who have an idea of what transaction happened is the person who sent the money and the person who received the money. There is no third party, unlike our regular banking system whereby you need approvals, you need an account, you need to you cannot surpass certain limits before you can send a certain amount of money per day, or per week or per month. A lot of restrictions come with our regular banking sectors. There is nobody calling you to tell you that, Mr. A, how are you able to send 10 million naira like that? Or how are you able to send 50 million in a day? Or what do you do? Or so, nobody's inviting you to come over to the office for you to tell them what you do for a living. Cryptocurrency is anonymous and it is also transparent. Now, I keep telling people that cryptocurrency and cryptography in general will change a lot of things for us. And not just in terms of finance, but in terms of every other aspect of business that we do. For example, in terms of real estate, in terms of medical science, in terms of our education. I'll give an example. Let's say, please mute yourself as soon as you get into the meeting. Thank you very much. Thank you. All right. So let's say in terms of real estate, let's say everything is structured in such a way that as soon as you purchase a property or a building or some piece of land, all the documents, all the transactions, the people that were involved with the transactions, everything is uploaded into the blockchain. And the beautiful thing about the blockchain is that it is immutable. It cannot be changed. As soon as data is uploaded to that blockchain, it cannot be altered. It cannot be edited, nothing. So the beauty and the transparency is what I'm talking about here. So also in terms of medical science, That would help you, have a track record of, imagine how amazing it would be for hospitals to have a track record of, medical history of patients, going down the years, so that nobody can tell you that, oh, you didn't come for this medical care, or let's say in your place of work, you need to prove that you actually used, some fund they gave you for your medical field, for your medical care, or also in terms of education as well. Let's say as soon as you get into school from your year 2 or year 1, whatever, 100 as a 1-year-old or a 2-year-old or 3-year-old, as soon as you get into the schooling system, all your data is uploaded to the blockchain, and then the track record keeps uploading as you move from school to school. That way, nobody can ever doubt that you went to a certain school. As we can see, things that are happening with some politicians and, questioning where they are from and what school they attended. Those sort of things would be easily sorted if this was the case, where everything is uploaded to the blockchain that cannot be edited, and it is there for the world to see and verify. So now you see the future, the potential of what cryptocurrency and what cryptography can do for us as a whole is massive, and it will help us in the long run. So back to cryptocurrency, which is a digital currency, and it operates through a decentralized computer network, as I explained earlier, which is the blockchain. And I explained that the blockchain it cannot be edited. Every data that gets uploaded there is there forever. It is there. All right. So why would you want to get involved with cryptocurrency right now, Bitcoin? Because as of 2003, the ownership, people that own or hold crypto, are about 420 million that hold some form of cryptocurrency. Yes, please understand that there are different types of cryptocurrencies. It's not just Bitcoin, it's not just Ethereum. There are so many. There's Litecoin, there's Ethereum, there's so many of them. So the people that actually hold these currencies are up to 420 million. So you see that the adoption is becoming large scale. And it will be the best thing for you now to get involved with it, because the future is here to stay. And very soon, cryptocurrency would be the currency where people mostly transact, because of the anonymity and because of the transparency as well. Below here, you can see the top countries that are involved or that hold this crypto I'm talking about. On the right, you can see the USA, approximately 46 million people. The next, you can see India at 27 million. Next, you can see Pakistan. Next, you see Nigeria. Yes, Nigeria, major holders. So if you've not heard about, or if you've not, you think people are not adopting this revolution, you are sitting on a very long thing, because this is here to stay, and it is best for you to get accustomed with the times. And lastly, you can see Vietnam at 20 million, approximately 20 million people in the crypto space. So I've explained all this about how cryptocurrencies work. I'll also explain how you can receive and how you can send this cryptocurrency. Now, there are things called cryptocurrency exchanges. This is where you can buy, where you can sell, where you can receive cryptocurrencies, and there are so many of them. It is a medium for you to buy, receive, or send cryptocurrency. And these exchanges can be, I'm hoping you've heard of Binance, you've heard of Kraken, you've heard of Coinbase, or you've heard of Luno. These are all exchanges that you can purchase cryptocurrency from, sell, and receive as well. So you need to have an exchange, you need to have a wallet for you to receive any form of cryptocurrency there is. Next, I'm going to be talking about investing and trading in cryptocurrency. Now, before we go into that, there's something called trading pair. It's not complicated. It's as easy as when you walk up to a Bureau de Change person or a booking, you're like, oh, I would like to change my dollar for Naira. Oga, what is the price of pound to Naira today? What is the price of dollar to Naira today? The trading pair in this thing I've talked about is Nigerian Naira against the US dollar. So that will be NGN slash the USD. You want to know what the value of what one currency is to another. That is simply what trading pair means. So as you can tell, there are different trading pairs. There's, you might want to know how much £1 is to $1, or how much £1 is to a naira, or how much one naira is to dollars or to yen or to euros. That is what is called trading pair. But in cryptocurrency, it is the same thing. For example, here you can see BTC slash USDT. What does that mean? In this case, BTC simply means Bitcoin. I'm hoping everybody here has heard of Bitcoin. So in this case, it means Bitcoin slash USDT. You might be asking me, what is USDT? USDT, in simple, plain terms, is just the equivalent of what an actual dollar is in cryptocurrency. I'll say that again. Let's say you have $1 note of fiat currency. I explained what fiat currency is earlier, which is our regular dollar that we hold in our hands, in our pockets, in our wallets. So if you want to exchange that $1 into your cryptocurrency exchange or your wallet, or you want to be able to send it, it needs to be in form of a USDT. USDT means United States Dollar Tether, Tether. It simply means that this value of $1 is equivalent to this value of one USDT. So $1 is equal to one USDT. $10 is equal to 10 USDT, and so on. So you're only you only use this when you are transacting in cryptocurrency, because you cannot send your regular US dollar into somebody's cryptocurrency wallet. There has to be a medium. There has to be a form of money that you can send to their own cryptocurrency exchange, which in this case would be USDT. All right. So in this particular term, the trading pair here will be Bitcoin slash USDT. This simply means that you want to know what a Bitcoin is in USDT value, or you want to know what USDT value is in Bitcoin. So that is simply what trading pair implies. Next, basic investment strategies when you want to get involved with cryptocurrency. Number one, for those who want to know how you can make more of this cryptocurrency, or how you can multiply it, or how you can make more of it, there are different ways you can. The first way is what we call hodling. HODLING. It is a play on words. It actually means holding, which is HOLDING, which is the actual act of holding. You are holding onto a currency because you believe in the future of that currency. You believe that this currency will appreciate tremendously in value in the future. And before you call yourself a hodler, hodlers are those that only look at long term. They do not look for short-term profits. They look for the long-term gain of what this currency they are holding can bring to them. So in layman's term, it's just like when you let's say years down the line, let's say you bought some property or some land in 2006 for 10 million naira, as of then. And now, currently in 2023, you go to sell that property and they tell you the current value of that property is 80 million. So you see that the person who bought that land at that time knew that eventually in the future, the value of that property would skyrocket, which it eventually did. So in that term, that person would be a hodler. That person in cryptocurrency, that person would be a hodler because they believed in the cause of that particular currency. They believe that in the future, this currency will be worth way more than it is right now. And they don't just look for short-term profits, they only look for long-term profits. Yes, it can take months, it can take years before they decide to sell off and take their profits. Now, the next way you can make extra cryptocurrency or make more of it if you want to is by day trading. But you need to understand that this is a more technical play, a more technical side of how to make more cryptocurrency, because day traders have their work cut out for them. They have to constantly monitor the markets. They have to, analyze the coins. They need to know when to get to the market, when not to get into the market, when to stay out of the market as well. So you see that it is more technical. And please, we have meetings on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday for our technical meetings. Please do well to get back to the person who invited you to this particular meeting and tell them that you'd like to attend those meetings as well, so that when you come, you can also see the benefits of being a day trader. You see the benefits of being more technical and how you can also make more from that. So back to this, day trading, that is an extra way, another way you can make money in cryptocurrency, where you need to have the strategy, you need to have the knowledge of how to do just that. Please understand that you don't have to choose to be one. You don't have to choose to only be a hodler, or you don't have to choose to only be a day trader. You can decide to be both. Yes, as I said earlier, there are so many cryptocurrencies out there. So there might be some cryptocurrencies that you see for long-term profits. Then you can decide to hold on to those ones for the future. Then there are also coins that are cryptocurrency that you see that you can make short-term profits on. Then you can day trade those particular coins. Because yes, day traders look for the shortest time to make profit. But when it hits their profit margin, they close shop and they take their profits and they look for some other strategy or some other coin to get involved with. That is what day trading is. You are looking for short-term profits for you to get in and get out of the market as successful as possible. So what is RoyalQ? I am hoping that a lot of us here on this call have heard of the word AI, which is artificial intelligence. Now, we started hearing about AI a few years ago. Lots of us thought it was just fallacy or something that would never come to fruition. But it is here. It's been here, and it's improving day by day. If you didn't know, right now there's AI tools out there that can help you pretty much do anything that you want to do in whatever line of work that you are currently doing. I'll give an example. There's an AI tool called ChatGPT. For those who are writers, or for those who are, let's say, programmers, let's say you get an error when you are programming, you simply impute that into your ChatGPT and ask it what is the correct code for this particular system, and it will tell you. You can ask AI what it thinks. You can ask it you can tell it your opinions and ask for its suggestions, and it makes your work easier. It makes your life easier. For those who do video editing as well, there are AI tools that you can just by simply typing the words of what you want to see in a video. Listen to me. There are AI tools that by simply typing what you want to see in a video, let's say you type in, I want to see a man and a lady walking on the pavement with an umbrella. And that video will get generated in seconds. So now you see that shortens the time of a video editor, rather than thinking of how he will go and hire models that he will take to a scene and then record them walking towards him, get every detail that he needs to get, go back to his studio, edit it, finalize it, send it to the client. The client doesn't like it and all that. So you see the hassle is long and it's stressful. But with AI tools, he will just type in what he wants to see. It gives him a base of what he wants to see, and then he can then edit upon it, show his clients. He might decide, oh, I like that, I don't like this. He'll edit that as well. And that way he can make more money, because now he's finishing his jobs quicker, he is sending out projects quicker, he's getting more clients, and it's a win-win for both client and the person that's designing. That is just an example of somebody that's doing video editing. Or is it writing? Or is it poetry? Or is it, what sense are you talking about? Or is it architecture? There are AI tools too that you can use to, give a scene of what you want to see. And it would give you an idea, and then you can build off it. So all I'm trying to tell you here is that the potential of AI is amazing, and you need to get in tune with it. That is why we are here, because we all need AI in our lives. And that is how RealQ comes into play. Because RealQ is a semi-automated trading bot, an AI tool that can help you make your trades easier while you do anything else you want to do, for your 9 to 5s and so on. There is a tool here that can help ease your trading experience. All right. So this is just a graphical representation of what I've been explaining. On the left, you can see an actual human trader, an actual day trader. Now, I explained earlier that as a day trader, you need to understand what you are doing because you can lose money. You need to analyze the coins that you want to get involved with. You need to know when to get involved with the market, when to enter the market, when not to enter the market. And as humans, we all have that flaw in us where you might be tempted to do something that you shouldn't have or you shouldn't even do at that particular time. For example, let's say your school fees is due in a few days, or let's say your rent is due in a few weeks. There's a lot more pressure on you. You feel like, oh, I need to make this money now on this trade for me to be able to cater for my needs. And because of that pressure, because of that human error, you are bound to make mistakes. You are bound to get involved with the wrong coins or the wrong decisions, and then eventually lose that money that you are trying to probably double or triple. But on the right here, we have the AI on the right, an AI tool that helps you carry out those trades. All you would need to do is just type in what you would want it to do. As simple as that. Type the words, type the numbers and the prompts that you want it to do for you. Tell it when to enter the market, tell it when to leave the market, tell it when to take profit, tell it when not to get to the market, and it does all that for you while you carry on with your everyday life. So you see, that is just ease for you. I'm sure that by the comparison of both, you can tell which one can help make your trade easier. So how does RoyalQ really work? On the left here, you can see where we have RoyalQ, and then on the right, you see Binance. And in the middle, you see something called API. What is this? The API is what connects your RoyalQ bot to your cryptocurrency exchange. Now, the instance here is with Binance, but understand that there are other cryptocurrency exchanges that you can bind with your RoyalQ. Please, I also like to say that RoyalQ doesn't take a penny from your hard-earned money. What do I mean? They don't have access to your money because the funds that are in your cryptocurrency exchange, for example, your Binance, are in your custody. It's your money. So nobody has access to it except you. Because you have the password, you have the details, you have the 2FA, you have the two-factor authentication, you have everything that everything that concerns security of that asset, which is your money. So RealQ doesn't have access to that money in your cryptocurrency exchange. That is why there needs to be some binding. Why are you binding it to your RealQ bot? Because that is the only way the bot can help use the money you have in your exchange to make more money for you. So get this, they don't take any penny from your hard-earned money. They don't have access to it. So they don't have access to it, but you have to connect it so that it can make those trades on your behalf. Then you can monitor the trades on your RealQ bot or even on your Binance as well. So the API tool I always use this example. It's just like, I'm hoping a lot of you have experienced this back in the day where all the commercial banks were not really popular. They didn't have a lot of customers. I'm guessing that some of you experienced people or marketers walking up to you, maybe in a school, or maybe in your office or anywhere you were with some form, and they told you, please, could you join our bank? We have amazing services, and then you probably looked at it and you're like, fine, I want to join this bank. That marketer that walked up to you, in this case, would be the API, because that person merged you, that person brought you together with this bank. They made you become a customer of that bank. They made you sign the papers. They made you create an account. They made you start using the bank. So that bond, that binding happened because of that market. And in this case, that is what the API does for you. So on the right here, you can see spot trading. What is spot trading? It's as simple as buying low and selling high. It's as simple as that. Buying low and selling high. This is the particular trading that RareQ adopts because, yes, there are different types of trading, but those ones are way more risky. Your chances of losing money there are way higher. But spot trading is way better. I'll explain. Now, buying low and selling high, we all know that is typically how business is done anywhere around the world, because you never buy hoping to make a loss. You buy because you want to make profit. So spot trading in this case is that you want to buy a coin or a cryptocurrency at a lower price and wait for the price of that particular coin to appreciate, and then you sell off. That's what spot trading is. I'll use an example of in real terms. Let's say you decided to buy fuel when fuel was 300 naira per liter. So let's say you bought the fuel at 300 naira, and now currently where 1 liter is almost 600 naira. If you go to sell that now, you make a good profit on that keg of fuel that you bought as of then. And you didn't lose money. The good thing about spot trading is that there are no losses until you sell at a loss. I'll explain. So let's say as of when you bought that fuel at 300 naira per liter, your plan was that as soon as the price appreciates to 700 naira, you're going to sell off that keg of fuel in your house. But let's say the market just turns against you, everything goes south, and one liter of fuel is now costing 250, which is lower than what you bought it. Or let's say it even goes down further to 100 naira per liter. So now you're at a loss, a floating loss, not an actual loss, because you still have custody of that particular fuel in your house. It is still there. You still own it. It is still yours. You are only at a floating loss at that time. The only thing you lose at that time, the only thing you lose during that entire scenario is time. Because if you're patient enough, the market will rebound. The market will come back to when you got into the market. The market will eventually surpass your purchase price, and it's eventually get your profit. So now you see that even as of when the price went down from when you bought it, you are not really at an actual loss. You are at a floating loss because it will eventually come out of that loss. So that's what floating loss means. And that is the same thing that happens here in RareQ. The only way you make a loss of any coin that you decide to buy is when the price goes against your first buying price, and then you decide to sell off because maybe you're impatient, or you just feel like you need to, or you're not ready to wait long enough for the price to rebound, when you got into the market. That is the only way you can lose money, when you decide to sell off at a loss. But if you decide to be patient and wait for the market to yet go down all at once and eventually bounces back to when you got to the market, you will make profit on that particular coin that you decided to buy. It's as simple as that. Okay, so this is a strategy of how we trade as well on RareQ. It is called martingale strategy, and it uses the dollar cost averaging method. Dollar cost averaging. I'll explain, because I said earlier that this particular call would be for the layman. I'll try my best to Avoid any technical terms because we have meetings for that on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Please ask whoever invited you here to send you that link for you to attend. So, but this particular call is just for the layman, for the person that has no clue what this business or what cryptocurrency is all about. So, what is martingale strategy? Or what is dollar cost averaging? I love using examples. So, my example in this case would be, let's say there is Mr. A. Now, Mr. A decides to buy a cryptocurrency or a coin at $100. Now, he has bought this coin. His plan is that as soon as this coin gets to $400, he's going to sell off in profit. That is the actual plan. Now, but you know that the market doesn't always respect your plan. The market does what it wants to do. So let's say the market now goes against Mr. A. Please understand that Mr. A has already purchased this coin at $100. And now the market goes against him, and the coin that he bought at $100 is now worth $90. It goes down even further and is worth $70. It goes down further and it is worth $50. It goes down more and is worth $20. At this state, everybody's panicking because you're like, oh, my money, I bought $100. What is happening? But no. Let's say there's Mr. B. Mr. B in this case, same thing, decides to buy a coin at $100. He purchases this coin. Mr. B knows that the market does what it wants to do. Yes, his plan is that he wants to make a profit when he gets to $400, for one coin. That is his plan. But again, the market does what it wants to do. So let's say the market again goes against Mr. B. But Mr. B does something different from what Mr. A decided to do, because all Mr. A was doing was just wait for the market to go down as much as he wants and eventually come back up to his $100 or when he bought it. But Mr. B, in this case, saw the opportunity. As the market was devaluing, as the coin was depreciating, as it went from $100 to $90, Mr. B bought more coins. As the market went from 90 to 80, Mr. B bought more coins. As the market went from 80 to 50, Mr. B bought more coins. It went to 20, he bought more coins. So you see the difference between what Mr. A did and what Mr. B is doing. Why is Mr. B doing this? Because Mr. B has seen an opportunity to make way more than his initial profit plan. Because as he's buying more, as the market is going down, he's buying these coins at cheaper prices. Because as soon as you buy at cheaper prices, when the market now recovers back to his initial $100, I can bet you that he would have way more than $100 in that particular account, on that particular wallet. Because he saw the opportunity to make the best of what seemed like doom to Mr. A. Because all Mr. A did was wait for the market to go down and come back up. So now you see the benefits of dollar cost averaging, because that process I just explained of buying when the market revalues is what is called dollar cost averaging. All right, so be like Mr. B. Now, the next thing is how to operate your robot and make it profitable for you. There are different operations in RoyalQ. Number one is the cycle strategy. It's as simple as the name sounds. You have your AI tool, you have your RoyalQ bot. You tell your bot that, okay, I want when this coin gets to $10, please buy this coin for me. As the coin appreciates in value, when it gets to $50, please sell off for me, keeping my profits for me. But if the market now goes down further again, comes back down to, let's say, $30, please buy into this coin again for me. If the market appreciates to $50, please sell off in profit for me. If it goes down again, please buy for, it is just a constant cycle of printing money. for as long as you leave that operation on for your bots to carry out. That is what cycle strategy is. It will keep happening the way you have set it to happen until you come and stop that process from happening. And all this happens without you having to be there. So that is the ease I'm talking about. All you have to do was just set up your bot, telling it what to do, and then it does it with ease. Now, the next one is the one-shot strategy. As the name implies, an example, you tell your RoyalQ bot that I want this coin when it gets to $10, please buy. When it gets to $50, please sell off in profit for me and keep my money in my wallet. It is one shot because you have also told this bot that even if the market comes back down, do not re-enter the market. Just keep my profit for me like that. Just keep it on the side for me. I don't want you re-entering the market. I don't want you scouting out opportunities to enter the market for me. Just keep my profits for me. That is what one shot is. It's just one-time profit taking. That's exactly what it means. But cycle, as I explained earlier, is a constant cycle. It's when it gets into profit, sell off. If it comes back down, buy into the market again. When it gets to profit, sell off. When it comes back down, buy into the market again, and so on. So you might say, oh, the cycle sounds really amazing. Why would I ever want to just do one shot? Well, yeah, there are different coins that suit different methods. There are coins that constantly make that profit for you. And there are coins that, that are very, that fluctuate a lot and very volatile, that you would just need to, scout out the best opportunity and do a one shot on them. So yes, there are so many cryptocurrencies out there for you to experiment with and make your profits any way that you want to. So the approximate profit that you can make from the cycle strategy is approximately 5 to 30% per month. And the next one for the one-shot strategy is approximately 5 to 100% per month. So what do you make in RoyalQ? What are these funds that we're talking about? What is this income that we're talking about in RoyalQ that you can make? Number one is the trading income, which is the income that you make when the RoyalQ bot sells off in profit for you. When it hits your profit target, that is, hello, Coach Mo, can you hear me clearly?
Yes, Coach George, we can hear you loud and clear.
All right, great. Okay. All right, so as I was saying, trading income is income that you make when the bot sells off for you in profit. Now, the next one we have is the team trading profits, which is profit that you make when your team members make profits on their trades. So you see that you make money even from the people that you decide to bless with this business. And finally, the affiliate income, which is also money that you make from showing people what this business can do for them, helping them make profits. And yes, you make profits when they also make profits. On the right, you can see fuel fee. You might be asking me that this RoyalQ sounds amazing. This bot is amazing. The AI tool is amazing. But why was it created? Was it created for free? Was it created by philanthropists? Was it just created for everybody to use without any hopes of making profit? No, it's a business. So for every time you make a profit in RoyalQ, RoyalQ has a 20%, their own cut is 20% of whatever profit you made. For example, if you make $100 in profit, $20 goes to RoyalQ. Now, I explained earlier that RoyalQ doesn't have access to your cryptocurrency exchange. So how do they take this 20% you're talking about? I'll explain. Now, before we go into that slide, I explained in a few slides ago that you bind your RoyalQ bot with your Binance or your cryptocurrency exchange. Now, you might be asking me that how do they now make their profit? This 20% I'm talking about, how do they take it? Do they take it from your cryptocurrency exchange? No. Do they trust you that, oh, when you make your profit in your cryptocurrency exchange, you let them know, send them a message and be like, oh, hey guys, I made profit today. Please send me your wallet for me to send you your cut. No. There has to be a way for them to take the 20%. And that is in your RoyalQ bot. You have to be able to fund your RoyalQ bot with an amount that can suffice for whatever fees that you may incur. You will need to send a certain amount of money into your RoyalQ bot so that when you make profit in your cryptocurrency exchange, when it is calculated, 20% of what that profit is can be taken from the money that you have in your RoyalQ bot. I hope that is clear. So how do you get started with this business? You will need a minimum of 240 USDT. Remember, I said that the money that we'll use here is crypto, not regular dollars, USDT, which is the cryptocurrency equivalent of what a regular US dollar is. So you need minimum of 240 USDT in dollars to kick off this business. Number one, you need to pay 120 USDT to gain access to this bot that can help you trade. That is like a subscription fee per year. Next, you will need approximately 20 USDT of fees for your fees. Remember, I said you need to put enough fees in your RoyalQ bot so that when you make profit in your cryptocurrency exchange, the RoyalQ team can take their profit from the money you left in their bot. So in this case, that'll be 20 USDT. This can vary. You can put as much as you want, but the minimum is 20 USDT to help cover the fees of the profit that you make on your exchange. Next, you then need a minimum of $100 on your Binance or your cryptocurrency exchange that you have linked with your RoyalQ bot as capital. Please understand that this $100 is just a benchmark. You can go as high as $10,000, $5,000, $50,000, $100,000, as much as you can use to trade, because all that money is in your exchange. It's in your custody. You're not sending the money to anybody to help trade for you. The money is in your custody. So here are 7 reasons why RoyalQ is just amazing. Number one, there's no payment of salary to anyone because everything is done on your smartphone. You don't need to go to an office to get this done. Everything works on your smartphone. Now, no data is required. It does not need internet to sell or buy your digital assets. So yes, you might ask me, okay, do I always need to be monitoring my phone to know when to sell off, when to take profit, when my bot has sold? No. You will only need internet when you are setting up that particular trade, when you are telling your bot what to do, when you are typing the numbers you want to see, when you are typing the profit margin you want to set for your bot to adhere to. That is the only time that you will need some internet service. Because as soon as you click on comments or OK or you accept those settings and it starts trading, you don't need to be there constantly to watch if it will trade for you or if it will sell or it will sell in profit for you or no. You can go about your business. You can go anywhere that has no internet service. You can go anywhere that has no network service. And when it's time to hit your profit, it will hit your profit. The bot will sell off for you as it is supposed to without any internet service on your phone. Yes. Again, you will only need internet service when you are setting up the trade, when you are putting in the details that you want the bot to adhere to. All right, so again, 0% supervision, your capital and your profit is 100% in your custody. As I said earlier, all your funds are in your cryptocurrency exchange, and it is safe there because you have all the details to that exchange. You have the password, you have the 2FA, everything that concerns security is in the palm of your own hands. No other person has access to it except you. You are not sending your money to anybody to help trade for you. Your funds are in your cryptocurrency exchange. So your children and family can eventually inherit this business. So there's a saying, in our inner circle that eventually the things that will pass to our kids and our children would be passwords and private keys, no longer land and property and so on, papers, and cars and houses. It will be assets. It will be digital assets that people can access when we are gone, and that will come to pass. So, no loss of funds and no third party. Again, I told you that in cryptocurrency, there's no third party. There's nobody telling you that you can't send a certain amount of money. There are no restrictions. There is nobody telling you that you have a particular limit today, come back tomorrow. No, cryptocurrency is boundless. The possibilities are endless. Now, no skills required. No, there are few skills required when it comes to being technical or being a day trader. You need to understand when to get into the market. You need to understand how to get to the market. You need to understand when not to get to the market. You need to know when to take profit as well. So, no skills required, except when you decide to take this as a full-on day trading business. And please, as I said, attend the meetings, the technical meetings we have on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday for you to get a better understanding of why being technical in this business can make you more money if you let it. Finally, there's no CACU degree or certificate that is required. So, what do you stand to gain when you decide to join the RQTMI team? Number one, you get access to the RQTMI premium group to earn more. Yes, we'll teach you how to trade, how to use these bots properly, how to analyze the coins that you want to get into, when to take profit, what to tell your bot to do, and all that. And if you decide to go learn this elsewhere of how to trade, it can cost you approximately from $3,000 to $3,500 if you want to go and learn from YouTube or from Fiverr or from any of these services that that teach how to trade cryptocurrency. Next, you get free training until you become a pro in this particular trading aspect. And that can fetch you from $1,000 to $1,500 if you decide to go learn it outside. And we all know how much $1 is right now to the Naira. So do the math. Next, social media marketing, WhatsApp marketing, and also RQTMI trading setup template. There is a template that is amazing and it has been crushing it for us. So once you decide to join the team and you become a member of the RoyalQ, all these benefits can be yours for free. Yes, for free. As you can see that if you add up everything here, it can cost you from $5,000 to $6,000 if you want to go and get that knowledge elsewhere. But here, once you decide to join the team and you decide to join the business, you are taken in as family. You are taught these things, and that's why we have meetings almost every day of the week for you to attend and become better in the business. So that being said, thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Ikenna George Elendo. Thank you for listening to me, and I'm going to be looking out for people that can come and give us a few words of advice, a few words of why they decided to join this business, and let you know what is in store for you. So, all right. Okay, so I'm going to be calling on. Okay, I think I better just call on the amazing Coach Mo. Coach Mo, please tell these people and people that are here for the very first time why this business has helped you or how it has helped you and why you think it would help them change their finances if they let it. Thank you very much, Coach Mo.
Oh, thank you so much, Coach George. That was a lovely presentation. All right, so my experience with RoyalQ so far has been fantastic. That's really been fantastic. And so my name is Mohammed Adaba, and I actually started this journey with RoyalQ 2021. And since then till date, RoyalQ has been my full-time business. I remember when I lost my job during the COVID-19, I was very, very broke, like extremely broke. And RoyalQ came to save my life, transformed my trading, and boosted my profits significantly. That's after jumping from different and various Ponzi schemes. You could imagine that. They say when you discover a product that simplifies and yields profit, seize that opportunity with both hands. The fact here that actually made me to pay attention to ReactQ when I got to hear about it for the first time was that I have 100% custody of my capital and profit. I also remember back then, when I joined ReactQ 2021, the activation fee was $100, if I'm right, Coach George, yeah, $100. And I had no trading capital then. So what thank you. So I had no trading capital then. So what I had to do was to take part on the affiliate, which is the team building, to raise my trading capital. So yes, you can actually get started with ReactQ even without having a trading capital. It just depends on what you want and what are your goals. I want those who will be getting started today to promise me something, please. When you get started, take ReactQ as a full-time business. Don't be too much focused on making money. Yes, you will make money, but try to get the basic knowledge on how it works by attending our weekly Zooms trainings, and watching out for our recordings on our YouTube channel. Should in case you don't know, we have a YouTube channel where we upload all our recordings on all our trainings. So should in case you are not following our YouTube channel, please, I urge you to subscribe so that you don't miss out on any of our videos and our trainings. We have a lot of amazing leaders too here. A lot of amazing leaders like Coach George, Dr. Money, Penny Buck, Don Chi, Coach Salisu, Leader OBMDR. There are a lot of people who will be there to guide you and hold you by the hands, so you have nothing to worry about. You have nothing to worry about, one more time. So take advantage and use this incredible tool if you are really serious about trading and earning passive income. So thank you so much once again for your time tonight. Coach George, I think over to you.
Thank you so much, Coach Mo. Thank you so much. To everybody who is here for the very first time, or you've probably attended the meeting before, but you haven't gotten started, please heed to these words. All he has said is true. You can help change your finances if you let it. ReactQ can help change the status of your current status. We all know what the dollar is now to Naira, and it is crazy. So if you have a business that can pay you in dollars, you are blessed. So I'll tell you, please get back to the person who invited you. Let them know that even though you don't understand everything, the recording will be out maybe in a few hours, and then you can send it to them. You can watch it again if you had no idea, or if you understand everything that you heard. It is normal. But please keep attending the meetings. There's meeting on Wednesdays, on Fridays, Saturday, and Sundays. So there are so many meetings that you can use to enhance your knowledge and understand what this business can and is offering you. That being said, thank you very much. We're already past 10 p.m. I want to thank you so much for making our time to attend this meeting. And I'm going to unmute ourselves to say our goodbyes. Once again, my name is Ikenna George Elendo. Good night, everyone. Have an amazing evening.
Yeah, good night. Thank you.
Good night, everyone.
Bye.
Good night, everyone. Good night.
Good night.